Oh, I like the peen mushroom. Peen mushroom on his head.
That's gonna be the starting of our stream. A peen mushroom.
A peen mushroom on his head.
As I just randomly flip this flash drive.
For no flashing. You seem very driven,
Joe. At some point, I may have to take a call.
Okay.
Because they're doing location scouting for music video right now.
Oh wow, cool. So Airhead's getting a music video?
Yeah, I think we're filming tomorrow.
Oh really? That's cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I didn't know about that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so one of the things I was bringing up before the podcast started, they're making a new Grinch movie. It's gonna be an animated feature film, and so none of you know who's gonna be voicing the Grinch.
No.
Take a guess.
Jim Carrey.
Not Jim Carrey.
He's gonna always be my favorite Grinch, but this guy looks like he's gonna be pretty good.
No one even knows who originally voices the Grinch.
Well, if it's not,
Can you give
or
us a hint?
Oh my Lord, Todd Habercorn, it's not good enough.
Let me think of it.
Christian Sabat.
That'd be a great Grinch, actually.
Christopher Sabat.
Yeah, actually, I would enjoy that.
Okay, BBC said that he couldn't be the Doctor, but Marvel let him anyways.
Well, oh, that does make sense. So it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a funny Grinch. It's gonna be like.
No, it's gonna be a funny Grinch.
It's gonna be like the original Grinch, where he's like, he's just evil.
Benedict Cumberbatch, people.
Yeah.
You mean David Cucumber? That's his official name, David Cucumber.
Ben.
No, like
Ben Cucumber.
Do you know what was the first thing we actually saw him in? Was the Penguins of Madagascar? He voices the wolf.
Yeah.
Joe, we didn't see that until recently.
Seriously?
Okay, I saw that ages ago. I don't know when you saw it.
Okay, there's no way. You saw Star Trek before you saw. The first thing I saw him in was Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah. Star Trek.
The first thing I saw him I didn't know it was him. I saw Penguins of Madagascar, then I saw Star Trek, and that's when I kind of started familiarizing myself.
No,
with
I saw
what his work
Star
was.
Trek, and then Chris and his sister showed us Sherlock.
Yeah, for me it was Sherlock, the very first time I ever saw it.
So whoever did the camera, you guys have a lot of head space.
Do you want me to load the camera then? Huh?
No, I got
Well, let Jonathan do it.
Get back on camera. Max.
Max, you're trusting it.
You're terrible.
Yeah. That's why I let Jonathan do it.
Max, we're not.
Or Max.
We're not taking.
Oh yeah, let Jonathan do it.
Yeah. Oh, do you see how I got it
John,
centered?
you know how you have to do that, John?
Magic.
It's
Like
tilted now, dude.
It's not tilted.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no,
It looks tilted.
it looks tilted,
on the screen.
but
It looks
not.
fine.
It looks fine.
Yeah. I can't see the screen, it's the bookshelf.
It is. It is tilted though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You can see it is.
Gosh, shut up.
It's fine. We're rolling anyways. But
That's because of the tripod, not the camera.
Yeah, Josh.
It looks tilted.
The camera looks tilted, but it's straight. I know what you're saying, Josh.
It's pointed down and to the side, which makes it crooked.
It is.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get anywhere with this, are we?
Anyway, so for the longest time, I can remember David Cumberbatch. See, there I go again. It's Benedict Cumberbatch, but
What'd you say?
so I can't remember his name ever. So in my head, it's David Cucumber. I don't know why.
Think Eggs Benedict followed by a cucumber.
I say Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
That one guy.
Guy with the eyes over here.
That can also apply to Robert Downey Jr.
But I don't know. I like them both.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I don't know who's better. That's the
Most
issue.
of my readers get so mad when I say I like Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock better.
Well, it's funny because they're both convinced that the other one is better.
That's true.
Like
that's
Robert
true.
Downey Jr. is like, oh, his is definitely better, and Benedict Cumberbatch is like, no, Robert Downey Jr. is better.
You were saying
his name is Benedict Cumberbatch. David Cucumber stopped being funny about 3 years ago.
I had never seen that anywhere. I was like, David Cucumber. That's
anyways, Linda, you're
okay,
saying.
the fact that his last name sounds like cucumber, that joke's been around as long as he has.
I had no idea.
Actually,
What was I saying?
Cumberbatch. I don't.
What is this?
Sounds nothing like cucumber to me.
Cucumber patch.
Okay.
Just drink your soda.
Don't worry about it, man.
I'm tired. I stayed up way too night playing Wolfenstein. I don't regret
You stayed
that
up
decision.
way too night.
That's how tired he is.
Stayed up
Oh
way
my
too late.
goodness. Okay, here's another interesting piece of cinematic history, we'll call it. Mark Hamill got his name added to the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week.
Yeah. Well, actually, wasn't that?
That was like a couple days ago.
That wasn't this week.
Yeah, it was.
I thought I heard about that in February.
Ah,
That's
no,
when
I
they
didn't even
announced
know that.
Oh, that's when they announced he was going to.
No, yeah, he actually he was there with Harrison Ford and surprisingly George Lucas. I mean, not surprisingly, but
They
like
are friends.
yeah. I was gonna say like a lot of people kind of bashed on him for that, but I'm like, hey, George Lucas got him his George Lopez.
Well, no, people are like,
George
yeah,
Lucas.
hey
I love
Mark,
George Lucas.
hey Mark, doesn't
No.
George? They're like, hey Mark, doesn't George Lucas suck? And he's like, well, you're an idiot because he gave me like the job that made me famous. So why would I hate him? You're all stupid.
Isn't George Lopez the Chihuahua?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
He had that show where they
George
just
Lopez?
he basically just made a living out of like Mexican stereotypes. He's amazing.
Exactly. He's a
Okay,
Chihuahua.
one more thing in terms of movies and all that stuff. So what was your? This didn't seem unrelated at first, but it does tie back. What was your impression of the Iron Man movies? Like, did you think they were any good?
What do you mean that? What do you
The
mean?
Iron Man movies.
You're like Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Like awesome. Wow.
Okay, so the director of those movies, he also did Rudy, for the record. Disney is
He
giving.
did Rudy?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Okay, so he has been given rights to executive produce and direct a live-action Star Wars TV series after he finishes Avengers in 2019.
Genius.
I feel like
He's great.
Yeah.
He's a great
I
director.
feel like he's directing the Infinity War Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot that.
There's gonna be more than one Infinity War.
It's 2 parts.
2 parts. Part 1, Part 2.
When did they announce that?
A while ago.
When they first made the very first Avengers movie.
No. Originally,
What was the
Avengers Infinity War was supposed to be one movie, but after Age of Ultron, they said we're going to split it into 2. The first one comes out this year, and then the next one comes out next year.
It's because the movie was going to be way too long.
Yes, it was going to be like longer than Lord of the Rings, basically.
Oh.
Those are long
We were
movies.
talking about how we're so mad because like
5 hours?
they
6
yeah.
hours long.
they made The Hobbit into 3 movies, and they're like, well, everyone was complaining about how the other movies should have been more movies. It's like, yeah, but The Hobbit is like
It's the
half
shortest
Yeah.
one.
It's like half the length of any of the other
it's like
books. It's like, why would
100,
you make that one the most detailed? They could have made the movie. They could have made The Hobbit in 1 movie, and it would have been more detailed to the book than any of the other book
I
movies
think
were.
with the orders that
But-
Peter Jackson was given, he did well.
Well, yeah. Well, Peter Jackson. Well, he had to do it. You know, they told him, "We're hiring you for this." You know, if he were to say, "No, I don't want to make this many movies," they would have been like, "Well, then we'll hire."
I was
someone
reading
else."
an article like a few days ago that where they were talking about how they might be doing an Aragon series reboot, and they asked Christopher Paolini, "Who would you like to do
Peter
the movies?"
Jackson.
And one of his first picks was Peter Jackson.
I really want them to remake Aragon because the movie wasn't bad, but
It
was
was
a horrible
good.
adaptation.
It was good until you read the book.
Well, no,
Yes.
the
Horrible
other movie
adaptation.
has
Good
nothing
Watch
to.
Watch it again. It's not good at all.
Well, it's entertaining.
It was.
more
It
of.
was. I liked
just-
it when
just
I
had
first
to-
saw
it had
it.
a-
No, Josh, you watch.
Jeremy
it. It's
Irons
not
and
good.
what's his name that played Durza, they were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, like I like some of the
Yeah.
actors that they chose.
I just hated how they're like, yeah, Durza killed Braum. It's like, no, it's
No.
the Razak. That's a whole other story, you dumb people.
and it's just
They tied everything up too nicely at the end of Aragon. There's no way they could have made any more movies because they left the ending being like, there's so much more of this adventure to go. But with the way we made this movie, there's no way to tell it properly.
The guy that played Murtaugh also did a good job.
Garrett Redland.
Yep, that's him.
He also was Sam
In
in
Tron
Tron.
Legacy, yeah.
I would like to see him in more things, but I don't know if he really acts anymore.
actually speaking of like Lord of the Rings, I started reading The Hobbit recently.
Oh yeah,
I am not liking it.
really?
It's weird.
It's
I'm like,
it's very very
I'm like,
very
it's-
different. from
Like
the-
I love Lord of the Rings. Like I read like 2 of the books, I think,
we
and then
read
I
them
started
all.
reading the 3rd,
Silly.
and then the book died. But
The book died, or your interest in it died?
no, the book. I love the book. Then the book melted. But
What?
Did you get it wet?
I'm more interested in this story
No.
now.
Yeah.
one of my
I can let you
friends like,
borrow
hey,
them.
can I see the book? I'm like, sure, here you go. He's like, oh, whoops, threw it in a bonfire. Anyway,
Throw him in the bonfire.
Which one of
Yeah.
your friends did this? Why are you still friends with them?
Sam, he does a joke because I accidentally burned one of his books.
Oh,
And I just bought that book too. And
But you don't burn the Lord of the Rings.
No, you don't burn books at all. Max, you totally deserved it. Anyways,
I didn't mean to. I'm like, I don't even know how I did. I barely dropped it onto like a candle. It literally just ignited.
Okay.
No, not like it didn't like slow it go. No, it just like ignited, just fully.
I was reading Inheritance which is the last book of the Aragon books, the Inheritance Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Inheritance is the name of the book, and I was reading it in science class because I finished my work. I was like 7th grade, so I was like 14 years old.
I didn't finish that.
And this other kid just like freaking came up to me. This kid's name was Zion. And yeah, you know who he is. And he was just like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Reading a book." He was like, "Okay." He just took a pen and drew a line on one of the pages. I was just like I didn't even have a reaction because it was just so
annoying.
like.
Nothing nice to do.
I think that no one loved him. That's why he had to act like that.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
I know why.
Shut up.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I thought I had seen the pinnacle of human stupidity at Walmart. I was wrong.
Welcome to Walmart.
No, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I know, it's Walmart.
So, I've been the past couple of years I've been diagnosed with a couple different health problems, and I was making small talk with this one customer, and she saw that I had a diabetic pump, and she was like, "Oh, I know how to cure that," and I'm just like, "Really? Do tell.
Do tell. Please. I would love to know."
She's like, and
yes, how can I be not diabetic?
And I'm just like, I'm completely straight-faced, okay? Like, I'm not giving her any indication, and on the inside, I'm just like, this is going to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Really?
She's like, just fast. She's like, just fast. I'm like, okay. And she just keeps going on for like 20 minutes about why fasting is the best thing you can do for your body. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure most modern science would disagree, and modern science happens to be what's keeping me alive. So, but she's just like, no, just don't eat for a week. I'm like,
you would die.
Yeah, I would die. Like, most people would die. I would die very quickly.
Yeah.
But I was just like, and she completely believed everything that she was saying, and I'm just like sitting there waiting for it to become a joke. And no.
Was she about yay high blonde?
No.
What?
She was kind of an older lady. This is an older lady,
you
dark
have
hair.
someone in mind.
No, it's not. No, they weren't blonde.
I did guess.
That worries me actually. That you had someone in mind that would say something like that.
Yeah, no, she's thoroughly convinced that chemtrails are behind my asthma.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I did guess
Fun fact
for
What's
Game
up?
Inspector says congrats, Josh.
He said that a while ago.
I know,
Congrats
but
for what?
you didn't say it, did
Oh,
you?
is he talking about the music video?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, actually, speaking of music, I was doing guest vocals for a deathcore band yesterday. Deathcore, metalcore, heavy metalcore, whatever. But I was doing guest vocals for a band, and the singer is actually diabetic as well, and he was like, it's one of his favorite bands was the touring band that was closing for this show, and he was so nervous that he actually thought that he was having a low blood sugar. So he did a blood test right before he went on stage, and he actually had high
Oh my goodness.
sugar, which is actually, it wasn't like too high. It was like in the perfect spot to get on stage and perform a show, because you use a lot of energy while you're out there.
Yeah.
So it's that you wouldn't want to be perfect, because then you'd
Like
be
my
low all
doctors
the
have
time.
always
Yeah.
told me, if you're gonna like go swimming or like running
Be
or
a
whatever,
little
do
high.
yeah, like get yourself a little high first.
Make sure you say have high blood sugar.
The first time I ever had to take an injection at
That's so
school,
funny.
one of my classmates was watching me, and like he was watching me with like these huge eyes, and I'm looking at him like, what's this guy's deal?
He thought
And he's just like he's like looking around to see if there are any teachers.
He's like, bro, you
He's
shooting
like,
up right now.
He's like, can't you wait till after school? And then that was when I realized, like, oh, he thinks I'm shooting up.
Like, heroin, for those of you at home who are homeschooled.
No, because, like...
No, I
it's
prefer
funny,
liquid crack, just for the record.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny, like,
who wants
you
to
tried
regain
to
his
explain
Holy
yourself
water.
to me, because we had lunch together twice at the fishbowl.
Like the entire 2.5 years that I went to high school
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. twice. You tried to explain it. I was like, I know.
Okay.
You're like, I just don't care.
You're good. I know.
Well, yeah, because like so many people give me these judgmental looks, and I'm just like, shut up! You're probably doing it at home.
Yeah, no, like,
The bottle is stuck to my hand.
I'm not stupid.
No, I know. I know that
I
now.
was stupid.
I know that
but
now.
I knew what you were
I
saying.
was kind of.
So,
This
Go
is
for it.
fun.
before we begin, who wants to read Game Inspector's story or stories? There might be one, but
I'll read it.
tell.
I'll read it. Joseph,
I got it.
Or
Let's
Joseph.
Let's see, he says, I saw maybe not the pinnacle of human stupidity, but it was stupid. An idiotic kid put a pen in a microwave, and it melted the pen and smoked the room for several hours. Then there's that idiotic old grocery customer who asks me if I have kids and sings a song for whatever reason. Or the guy who says that yogurt shouldn't be flavored.
You were 16 when you met that person?
Have you ever tried non-flavored yogurt?
It's disgusting.
It's really not very good. Yeah, it's
Anyway.
like, yeah, no,
But
vanilla at least. Come
That
on.
sounds disgusting. So, we should start the topic now since we've been on
Yeah.
for like, I don't even know how long.
I love
15
how
minutes.
our JPEG, like our thumbnail for the video is always like automatically like default technical
It's
difficulties.
Joseph's lazy. And he knows it.
Well,
Yeah.
we change it after. We change it.
You know we should bake them beforehand, right?
Well, yeah, we should make them beforehand, but we don't.
You know, let's talk
So
about editing stuff afterwards. Ready, set, title. Watch out.
So we've been promising this for a few weeks, but technical difficulties and scheduling keeps just getting in the way. But we are finally going to talk about RWBY Season 5.
wait, where did Linda go?
Are you just now noticing that she's gone?
But where did she leave to?
Keep better track of your girlfriend, man.
Where did she go?
I don't know, she went out the door.
Not about it.
Anyway, but basically we're talking about.
But
RWBY
she wants to
Season
talk
5.
about this too. Oh, she took a phone call?
Oh my gosh, Josh, do you not know how to understand price? Okay, we're talking about RWBY. That is what we're doing.
RWBY.
Stop being ADD.
I
Okay,
think-
so the first question I'm gonna put out there, just to put out there, so we start talking about it. The very
Have
beginning
you
of the
watched
season,
the episodes? If not, stop watching us and go watch them
Can I
instead.
finish my statement?
Sorry.
Shut up, Josh.
Anyway, when the season first started, did you like it, really? Like the first episode or two?
I was just kind of assuming it was like, it's just the first episode or two. I'm not really putting much stock in it as a whole. Like, for example, Volume 3, which is still my favorite. I didn't really like it at the beginning either.
Sure.
I thought it was kind of slow moving. And then by the end, I was like weeping over everything. So I kind of just always, like, I give them the benefit of the doubt for the beginning of the season.
You were excited during Volume 4's beginning because of the new graphics engine.
Oh yeah, man! No,
Yeah.
the animation, and the animation's still getting awesome. Like
I didn't
they
know that-
finally had a decently animated fight scene this season. They finally did like a Monty level
You know, I
fight
thought
scene.
The one with
Like-
Sun and
That's not. See, I tried to stall and wait for Linda to get back, but no, everyone.
Dude!
We didn't know how long you were going to be.
And we were talking for
Yeah,
like
to
15
be fair,
minutes,
why?
so.
Where'd you go?
My mom called.
Couldn't
And
reject
now
it.
everybody
Couldn't reject it
knows.
with a text
You
message.
guys are so ADD.
What?
These conversations can be had off screen.
But the thing is, I do have ADD.
Yeah, you do.
Same.
I mean, I actually have ADD.
No, you don't.
But see, look, just
Ask
talk
Dr.
about
Russell
the
then.
topic. Oh, you know what?
Anyway.
I'm putting up memes. I'm putting up memes. That's it. You guys aren't talking about anything? So memes it
So-
is.
Okay.
You can put up all the memes you want.
Okay, so like, yeah, the fight scenes got better, but I would say in general...
Oh, from
there-
RWBY memes.
in general, Season 4 to Season 5 has seen the least amount of graphic improvements.
Because the jump between seasons 3 and 4 was so monumental, they don't have to get better.
Well, between
graphics.
Seasons 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, there were some pretty big improvements too.
They don't have to improve anymore, though. They are at a point where it's professional. It's as good as it needs to be. It's as good as the show should look. It doesn't need to look any better anymore because it's what it should have looked like the whole time.
There's one thing that they did fix, which I noticed, was the character movement a lot. Like, in
How do you
Season
mean?
4, it was really well done. But in the 5th season, they made it seem like, just in
True.
the first episode, I'm like, they made it look so much smoother
Yeah.
and more
Okay.
I
human-like.
agree.
And I'm like, that they did a fantastic job.
The
doing
facial
that.
expressions
more-
got better too.
well,
Like
they-
they're getting better at these fine details.
They have more manpower instead of... Because the way it used to work is they...
See.
Did you just put RWBY? Is that the name?
All about them bees, dude.
I'll take a few. There it is.
Yeah.
Yours is paused.
There we go.
Is it
We're back.
We're back.
Okay.
All right.
What is my
Sorry.
hair?
What? Where did we get?
So
where did I get caught off at?
I don't know.
We're talking about the like I was gonna ask, is that about the time, so they opened up a new building, is that about the time they started doing RWBY Chibi?
Yeah, but
Okay, I was gonna say that makes sense because they
were
technically never stopped RWBY anymore. If they're not doing RWBY Chibi, they're doing the regular show.
it's actually a separate show. They have separate people working on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's its own show.
Okay.
It's
clever by the admins though.
The writers for RWBY Chibi is literally whoever wants to write an episode.
Yeah, and they're
Like
really?
if you look at the writers,
Don't they
they're
take some
always
ideas
different
from like
people.
fan cartoons and stuff? Or fan comics?
Well, I mean, yeah, they look at the internet, and if someone leaves a comment on Reddit like, "Oh, it would be cool if they did a RWBY Chibi episode on this," then like someone will write it, either Jordan or Miles or Carrie. But they're Miles and Carrie are working on so many other things that they've kind of outsourced the writing to whatever members of their. What, Max? Max, what do you?
Boy! Your last one was
Wow, John! That's bad!
Your last one was bad. And then you do this.
We are just now seeing the meme that Jonathan put up.
Did you make me a grandchild, or I make you a sibling?
His last one was bad.
What was the last one?
It was just like
It was the B movie, except it was the
Schnee.
Schnee movie.
No.
The Schnee movie.
his
Can you
last
just keep
one
that
was
going?
bad.
I mean, Weiss from season 1 is about as tolerable as the B movie.
The ironic thing is she did fight like a big bee.
That's true. She did fight a big bee.
That was really actually
The irony
cool.
is strong with this one.
Yeah, I thought that was.
There's honestly not that many great memes right now. The ones at the top.
Dude, go to
Except for-
Facebook. Go to Facebook. Go to RWBY memes. They make all the good memes.
They really do.
Oh, yeah.
And they also make a lot of the really cringy, like, not funny
Jonathan,
because there's multiple
look up
admins, to be
RWBY
fair.
Dark Souls memes.
No.
Trust me. They're
Oh,
great.
just all the you. Okay, shut up.
Just put one up.
What was that
You'll know
one?
which
What
one
was
I'm
that one? It
talking
was
about.
like when it's
worst one I've
Lent
seen-
and Ash
Bonfire
Wednesdays.
lit.
Like when it's
One of the worst ones I've seen is
when
where,
it's Ash
No,
Wednesday
where it's a
and
picture of
no,
Yang crying and it
no.
says, "Have you seen my arm? It disappeared."
No.
I told you that one was bad. Because it's a pun. The puns are wonderful.
I thought that I really liked how they did the bad guys this
find
season.
it?
Yeah.
As opposed to last season.
What
do you mean?
Last season, I feel
That's
like the
it?
bad guys weren't really
Once-
present.
Okay.
I'm glad that they brought back direct confrontation again.
No, you know what? It was that was kind of necessary in season 4 because otherwise their interference wouldn't have the same effect now in season 5. They had to lay out the groundwork. I mean, season 4 was like the first time we got to look at Salem at any length of time.
I don't like what they did with Emerald this season. I feel like she just went full retard and was like, like, all loyalty to Cinder! Yeah, she's great! Yeah, and it was just kind of weird because she was always kind of... I liked that she was questioning things in seasons 2. Like
I think
2
she
and 3.
still is to some degree.
It was just kind of annoying, honestly. And then when she found out that Cinder was dead... Like, it felt like the whole time they wanted her to be this dependent on Cinder, but they just kind of forgot to show that. And then this season, they're like, oh, that's
They're
right.
relying more
We
on
need to make it
implication.
more obvious that she's, like, super, super dependent on Cinder existing. And then, they come in, they tell her, which, by the way, I'm going to just... Spoilers, because if you haven't seen it, what the heck? When she finds out that Cinder was, at least supposedly, I don't think she's dead yet, because that would be way too easy. Also, Jessica Negri hangs out with them way too much to be no longer voicing Cinder. But she like finds out that Cinder's supposedly dead, and she like flips out and does this crazy like Salem illusion.
Yes.
I just thought that was kind of weird. I
thought it was a natural reaction for her character.
Yeah, but that was knowing that we know how dependent she is on Cinder. I don't feel like they really showed it in her character. I feel like they just expected you to know it. And they're like, Cinder's gone. I can't even fathom that. My whole world is crumbling. It doesn't really feel like that's how she is.
How'd you feel about how they handled the white faunus, the white fang at the end?
The white faunus?
The white faunus.
The white faunus.
Didn't
Forget
know
the black
I hated
faunus.
that. That was such a stupid ending.
Really?
I hated it.
Oh yeah, they won too easily. It was like
Yeah.
what?
It was
They
boring.
should have put. They should have.
They made Adam. They made Adam pathetic. They should have saved that for a different season.
Adam's a coward.
No, he is, but they should have showed that later. I feel like they did too many things at once. I think they should have focused more on Hazel and Emerald and Mercury and Cinder and can we just say Raven, worst mother ever?
Yeah.
Raven is not only the worst mother ever, she's also the worst character as of yet on RWBY. She is the worst character on RWBY. She is. She's I believe I can swine. Stop. Wow.
Jonathan,
I thought my puns were bad.
Yeah.
mission to find a meme.
No.
Oh my
Let him do it, man.
No, this is...
I don't.
He's doing it.
I don't know
We'll
that I
see.
like that face.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no.
You know, sometimes from the side, he looks like Kevin from Up.
Jonathan? Who's
The
Kevin?
bird.
Oh, the bird.
I forgot about Kevin.
Kevin's a girl.
I love Kevin.
Why did they name it Kevin?
Because
he
the Boy Scout thought it was a
He
boy.
thought it was a boy bird. You know, because everything's a boy.
So
Just
we named her
dogs.
Kevin.
Dogs are all boys. They're all good boys.
Oh no. All of this is throughout the entire thing. All you see is me, like, just like flipping.
Don't flip out now.
By the way, go die. This is a flash drive, by the way. Not like anything dangerous. I would be flipping a knife, but I'll cut myself because I'm an idiot.
Okay, am I the only one?
So I'll cut my hand.
Can we talk about ships for a second?
Ships?
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
Oh, no.
No.
Shut up, dude. Shut up. We officially do not. Okay, is that true, Pyrrha? Can you turn pennies into quarters?
I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. That's so bad.
Oh, that's awful.
This is great.
Stop.
You were saying something about ships, Josh?
I was talking. Who else thinks Oscar and RWBY?
Kind of.
I
It's kind of
think
weird
so.
because he has Ozpin living in his head right now, and he's in
Yeah.
control half the time. So I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, I'm not sure if you knew this, but Ozpin was in control most of the time, and he has the dude living in his head. I think that as time goes on, they become more and more
Well, yeah, Ozpin.
symbiotic.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning, it's still very like they have to like.
Well, yeah,
train.
he said that as time goes on, their personalities will continue to
Because
merge.
you'll notice in seasons 1 especially, I think when it's still fresher in their heads, this idea that he has this like old wizard like who's gone through the ages living inside him. He'll kind of just be talking and he'll just look down and kind of seem out of it. And I think it's because he's actually listening to.
To Ozpin. Yeah.
Well, no, Ozpin was the professor.
Oh, Ozpin listening to
Oz. Let's just call him the great and powerful Oz. I think that'll be simpler for everyone if we just refer to
That's not
the
the idea,
wizard
right?
guy as Oz. So I think Ozpin was talking to Oz whenever he would do that.
what were you saying?
The thing that they
I'm
did with
an idiot.
Ozpin, I don't know. I just didn't like at all.
What?
The huge like, oh yeah, I'm like, it was like
Reincarnating.
reincarnating myself because I got cursed by God or whatever.
I would have liked it better if he actually reincarnated, because he's not actually reincarnating. He's
And
just jumping bodies.
Yeah, and I'm like that.
But like they've already established that certain connections can be formed through auras and semblances. They
Well,
have to continue on that
okay,
theme,
so
or else they end up breaking their own rules.
I think that the thing that's living inside Oscar, that's Oz, I think it currently thinks of itself more as Oz. I think as it goes to... My theory is as it goes to each one, it kind of more absorbs them. And it takes on that person, the most recent
That
person
makes
as their
sense.
face.
Yeah.
So probably Ozpin had whoever his predecessor was, that's who he would talk to. Even though it's all of them combined, it would... So that's why this one, it is this great and powerful Oz, but...
I love that scene so much.
It's wearing the face of Ozpin, or wearing
Oscar.
the voice of Ozpin in Oscar. So Oscar's talking to Ozpin, even though it's Ozpin plus all the predecessors.
So how is Oscar spelled?
OSCAR.
No, that's not that funny, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
No, that was funny. What was I gonna say?
Do better. Do better.
Do they confirm that he's the one that gave the maidens their powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing I hated. I'm
Really?
like, that's so stupid.
No,
I like
that
it.
made sense.
I
Like,
actually,
it does,
I called
but I
this
don't like
forever
it.
ago too.
Well, as soon when the
Maybe
the,
it's too obvious.
the
but
world
it's
of
not really.
when they released that World of Remnant video, like after season 3, I was like, yeah, that's gotta be Oz.
He even kind of looks like Oz, like the silhouette.
Yeah,
And it looks
exactly.
like a.
Well, like they used a very similar color theme on
Do you
it.
notice they stopped doing World of Remnants?
Yep, I did notice
Because
that.
because people were always just annoyed whenever they would release a World of Remnant instead of an episode.
Why?
I mean, I was too. I liked the World of Remnants, but I would have always preferred to have just another episode. That's why we got more episodes instead of 4 World of Remnants.
I like world building personally. So
I do too. I would just rather them do it in the episodes because then if you don't watch the World of Remnants, which we do because we're dedicated fans, but you gotta think about the show like inside itself. You know, as a show, it's lame if you're giving this essential information outside of the episodes, and then people that don't either have the time or they don't care necessarily enough to watch those extra videos. Plus, I think they were first member only, weren't they?
No.
World of Remnant? No.
Oh, okay, no, they can't. Okay, but still, it's you're showing information elsewhere when you could just do it in the episode. Yeah.
So have we talked about Jean Arc at all yet?
Jean? And how his character is also lame this season.
What are you talking about?
No, he was lame this season. I wanted to smack him.
I disagree.
Like, half of why he...
I-
Jonathan!
He was
Jonathan,
kinda
he's like your
pouty.
favorite character, and even you think.
Yeah,
He was
I
pouty.
want to smack me too.
Like he was like kind of like a little pouty child.
Yep, this guy taught us more about Remnant than all the other World of Remnants combined. True, because Crow's the first person to actually be like, you know what? It's actually just kind of stupid to not tell you things. Why would I not? Yeah.
Crow is now Vic Mignogna.
He always has been.
I know, like he is
always
now just Vic Mignogna to me.
He's always looked like Vic Mignogna.
Have you seen
Like
Vic
more or
Mignogna?
less. Yeah.
He's like a jock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Vic Mignogna with crazy anime hair.
Yeah,
Crazy
basically.
anime.
He's blonde. Dark hair.
But with crazy
Okay,
anime
well,
hair.
yeah, that's okay. Gray
But-
hair, whatever.
Vic Mignogna is honestly one of the funniest voice actors.
Oh my
Like,
God.
him and Todd Haberkorn.
Put him and Todd Haberkorn together in a room and
It's the
hilarity will
scariest
ensue.
Did you know that they make a fan Star Trek show?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Vic Mignogna is Kurt and
Todd Haberkorn is Spock.
Like,
I
that's
love that.
perfect. It's just so perfect.
Because they were friends. They met because of Funimation originally. And then
Yeah,
they just,
well, I mean, they were
literally,
on
like,
Full Alchemist Brotherhood together.
yeah, and then like instantly after they first voice acted a role, they made both made almost like the exact same joke, and they became friends after.
It's like, did we just
forever
become
after
best
that.
friends? Yep.
Basically,
Step Brothers is a terrible movie.
I love that movie so
There
much.
was this
It's so
Comic-Con
stupid.
where Todd
Well,
Haberkorn...
yeah, it's great because it's terrible.
Yeah.
There was this Comic-Con where Todd Haberkorn walks in with a broken finger.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then somebody asked him, like, so what happened to your hand? He's like, Vic Mignogna only knows one speed of throwing a football. Way too fast for me.
Yeah.
Way too
Way
fast.
too fast for me. That's good.
He's like, yeah, I actually have a guitar show next week, and I haven't been able to practice for weeks.
Oh, is he also a musician?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Todd
Todd
Haberkorn.
Haberkorn?
Yep.
I think I knew that actually.
What does the man not do?
Yeah,
He is our Lord
well,
and Savior.
a lot of the original voice actors were like Renaissance men. They were just willing to do everything, and that's how they ended up getting
I've
voice
seen
acting
that.
roles because they were open to it. They were like, "Oh, a children's movie? Yeah, I'll do that. Whatever. I'm cool. Oh, we're only gonna use our voices. That's
I've seen that. I love it.
You don't even know what I'm looking at.
I've seen
Ah!
That hurts, Jonathan.
Why would you? Why?
But still, by far, Vic Mignogna is my favorite voice actor in RWBY. Probably, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's probably the best voice actor in RWBY.
He's one of my all-time favorite voice actors.
Actually, I also think that Bernie Burns has done a really good job.
Yes.
He hasn't done a lot, but because you know he just does Church in Red vs. Blue, which is his normal voice. There's nothing.
He's
in
not
his-
doing that anymore. Church is gone.
Well, yeah. Church as a character is gone because he's like we just need to let that character go.
Are they even doing Red vs. Blue anymore? Or is it over?
Yeah.
They're doing Red vs. Blue PSAs right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're gearing up to start the next season.
Oh, okay. I was
now
now I'm interested. Like, what are they gonna do next? Because like it
Thanks
seems
for
like they
ruining.
tied up everything really nicely.
but Bernie was saying in like a
That was the meme that's
behind the scenes thing. he was talking about how to do his role is he basically just he thinks about his kids and then and also thinks about he kind of almost plays dad to Barbara Dunkelman, the voice actor of Yang herself. Like when they have their conversations, he actually just tries to put himself in the role of he's just giving Barb advice, kind of being playing dad to her. And he says the fact that they actually have always had a really good personal relationship outside of their work.
Oh, I'm sure that would help.
Really, really helps them perform that role because they do know each other.
Yeah,
he's been her boss.
Well, that's
for
one
a
of the
long
advantages
time.
the Rooster Teeth has is that the voice actors and animators and stuff,
Know
for
each
the
other.
majority, they've known each other for a really long time.
Well, and the writer, everyone's able to get stuff done. Because they have made such great stuff with such minimal resources
I just copied
because they're able to work together so well. Because basically, if you work at Rooster Teeth, your whole life is Rooster Teeth. That's how they set it up.
Jonathan,
Didn't you have a friend of yours that was offered a job at Rooster Teeth or something? Or
Was that Jonathan? Do we have a viewer?
No, not a viewer. You were telling me about somebody that was planning on moving out to Texas.
Oh, I have a follower on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
That I had talked to once because of a conversation. We had gotten in a mutual conversation on Little Korea.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Does Little Karibo threw a hissy fit and blocked you?
Yeah, that's okay. I still like his content. Even if he is silly. I'm not interested in his political views. I just
Anyways.
Does
anybody so real quick, does anybody have a power up or power down yet?
No, I haven't even thought about it.
Okay, alright.
I actually totally forgot we were doing that.
Yeah.
We should have done that 5 minutes ago.
We probably should have
memes.
Yeah, we should have thought we should have.
Oh, I've got one.
What's up?
Has to do with what happened today.
Oh no.
Nothing happened.
Does it have anything to do with sushi?
All we did was watch Supernatural.
This is so bad.
Still pretty
Joe.
angry about that.
Oh, last week we ordered sushi,
And
and the driver stole it.
Oh!
Did you look at the meme I sent you?
I am the Lorax I speak for the sneeze.
I like that one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Fans are the best and worst parts of a show. They can ruin it so hard.
Speaking of Supernatural.
Anyway.
Oh my God! There's that episode where
Shut up! Linda's about to do her thing.
No, just let him.
They acknowledge ships openly. The brothers find this guy who is kind of writing their life, and he doesn't know it. He thinks he's writing fictional stories, but they are literally his lives.
Prophet.
And they're on the internet.
Oracle.
Yeah. They're on the internet looking at this
whatever.
fandom, and they're like, what are Dam /
Dean.
Sam / Dean fans? He's like, and Sam just looks at Dean. He's like, well, that means together. And Dean just looks at him like, together? Like together? He's like, yeah. He's like, do they know we're brothers? He's like, yep. And it doesn't seem to bother them. I was like, well, that sums up fandoms in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Oh, God, especially the Supernatural fandom.
Yeah. No, Dean Steele
Gay?
is a huge thing, which is kind of gross.
What is still
Dean Steele.
Dean Steele. Oh,
Castiel.
Dean Castiel. I respect the actors for Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins because they were because the writers were like, well, what if we made your characters gay? And they were like, yeah, we're both married to women. Not gonna happen, bro. We will walk.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They said that they would quit.
Have you guys gone to the set episode where they go to the set of the show?
Oh no, we haven't gone that far yet. We're in season 4.
He knows nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
We
Yeah.
literally
I love that episode.
we just did the episode about Jimmy. We
I like
just
this character.
before we came here, we watched the episode about Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
Castiel's vessel. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
that's where I'm at.
Back to what Linda was saying.
Okay, so today I ordered from Grubhub, right? And
We're both Grubhub drivers, so we try to support the business.
yeah, so we got Buffalo Wild Wings, medium and mild, right? Split the medium thing into medium sauce and mild sauce. They got it wrong. They gave me.
Medium and barbecue.
I hate barbecue.
She does not like barbecue. See, if it was some other sauce, she wouldn't have been as mad, but because it's barbecue, so...
Everybody's got their.
I was pretty angry. So, Power up, power down.
Okay.
You don't deserve to go. You hate barbecue sauce.
I hate barbecue sauce.
Yeah, none of us like barbecue.
I love
sauce.
barbecue sauce.
You're the only one here that likes barbecue
sauce is
sauce.
fine.
I love
Not my
barbecue
favorite,
sauce.
but-
Like it's okay.
It's okay,
I
but
love
like
it.
wings.
When
like
you're
my
so
wings,
bad for you.
You're
No.
expecting
you
your
don't mess up
nice,
my
your
wings.
nice buffalo
On
wild
wings.
wings hot
No.
sauce, and then
But-
you get
Yeah,
barbecue
exactly.
instead.
But
I
on
got
like a lot of
wings.
other things, yes, I love it. Hot wings, that's an exception.
Oh, like you
no.
put barbecue sauce on ribs.
I
man.
agree with you on that.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
disgusting.
it's a
It's
rib
gross.
So
thing.
I put up a meme of character that I don't even realize that they're in the show. And apparently, like,
Did you guys know that the pilot is like the most popular character this
they're part
season?
of like a ship.
Okay, there we go.
It's like a whole thing.
So anyway,
It's
power
like
up,
a
power
whole-
down.
Alright.
Who is the person?
You think
Like,
of a
look
food.
at the thing. Like, who is that person?
Oh, that's the person during the
Yeah, no, the waitress. The waitress.
Waitress.
Yeah, she's the waitress and the pilot are being shipped. And the stupid part is that one is dead and one showed up for 5 seconds. Why?
I should.
Also, you know that they were like, we were gonna make the pilot gay. We were gonna we were gonna make him say that he had a boyfriend back home. But then we're like, but if we kill him off the next episode, we're afraid that would be sending the wrong message. I'm like, yeah, good call, because the LGBT fandom is always super irrational when it comes to stuff like that.
We keep cutting off.
He.
He
You.
He
Both of
did.
you.
That was me. That was me.
That was this. It's both
Exactly.
of you.
We all think have done it.
Sit.
Okay, now nobody talk. Go.
So okay, so you get hungry, you get food, but it's not the food you want.
Wait, so every time you're hungry, food will just magically spawn in front of you.
But it won't be the food you want.
That's a huge problem for me because I have celiac disease.
Exactly.
It would just always have gluten in it. You'd be like, what? Bread. Oh, yeah. Again, okay.
I really want a soda. Pop up like corn dogs.
I would take this, actually. You know why? End world hunger.
Just wait. No, it's like
There you go.
It's like just starve yourself all day,
just corn
right?
dogs pop up.
And you just feed everybody.
Yeah,
Just give away the food that
corn
spawned in
dogs
front of you.
corn dogs are disappointing, no matter how
just-
hungry you
it's
are.
Like, it's like a loaf of bread always pops
Burger
up.
King is disappointing no matter how hungry you are.
Why have you ever eaten at Burger King?
Wait,
I think
guys.
I've eaten at Burger King once in my whole life.
Yeah, once was enough.
Okay.
Guys, just every single time I was hungry, I'm like, oh, what do I want to eat right now? Oh, a salad. Bread pops up. Just the croutons. I'm like, wow, God just hates me.
Just the crouton.
Like, there's no salad, just croutons.
When I worked at that pizza place, Dion's, I would get orders for like the family-sized bowls just of croutons.
What?
I'm like, what are you gonna do with that many croutons?
Oh yeah, there's people that do that. They're like, can I have a extra half-size bowl
These
of
bowls are
croutons?
like half a gallon size. I want to say like a half or 2/3
Oh
of a gallon.
wait, somebody asked you to fill a family
Yeah,
bowl
a family bowl.
with croutons.
Yes.
Okay, they were gonna play a game clearly where they were throwing croutons in people's mouths. That's
No.
what-
This is multiple times by different people.
I'm telling you, they're playing the game where you throw croutons in people's
Okay,
mouths.
funny story.
What
Speaking
if,
of that.
What if they were trying to make?
A salad.
I don't know.
What salad are you gonna make with that much croutons?
No, not a salad.
That
like
much?
you know how when you're a kid you make garland and you like cereal or popcorn.
But why buy them from
No, I didn't do that when I was a
Can you
kid.
guys point this out before I tell another story?
Go.
Why buy them from like
Dion's
Dion's
is
when you
very
could just
good
go to the store buy a huge thing for like $1?
Because Dion's has very good croutons.
I
It's
wouldn't
true.
know.
I wouldn't know. I don't.
I mean,
eat
what
salads.
what type of croutons do they have? Because
I don't remember. Like they were
See, I see the box and the bag all the time, and I've never ever bothered to actually look at the label.
because it wasn't part of our job.
Well, yeah.
But like, no, there's like you can't get most of the products from public stores, which is one of the reasons why people like the only thing you could get from our stores.
There's
You
no
get
way
a public.
that's true. There's no way they don't sell out of stores.
No, they don't sell them publicly, like in retail.
You can buy dough.
Does Dion's own the manufacturers?
I think so.
They make their own croutons.
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
Dion's makes a lot of
okay,
its own stuff.
that's different. If they make, I know they make their own dressing. Like their dressing is their dressing. You can't buy that at
Their
stores.
dough is
It's
their dough.
I thought
like
yeah, and their dough is their dough. Yeah. What?
Anyway,
because don't they sell their
No, they
ranch
don't.
at Smith's?
nope.
nope.
I feel
No.
like
No, you can buy it
They
from the
don't.
store. You can buy it from Dion's, but you can't
can't get it anywhere else.
Get it from the store.
Selling them in other places.
They didn't.
No, you can only buy them at Dion's. You can buy actual things of like the ranch now.
Like they've been
stores.
people have asked them to do this for a long time, and they're always
won't do
like,
it.
"No, we're not going to do that."
They'd lose a lot of revenue.
Exactly, because if you come into the store just to buy a bottle of ranch, you're not going to do that. You're going to buy a pizza too and a salad. You know.
No, we had quite a few people that would just come in for a bottle of ranch.
Oh, of course there are some people that are going to do it, but I guarantee you there's a lot of people that when you write down, they're like, and a bottle of ranch. They originally just wanted the bottle of ranch, but they're like, well, we may as well get other food with it. So if they were to sell their ranch elsewhere, I don't think that they would actually gain.
Okay,
I don't think
have
that the
we been
sales
looking at
would
the
raise
chat?
enough to make a difference.
Now it's Dion's advertising.
I don't think that
I'm
the
saying
sales
I
would make a
get it,
difference.
but
do the viewers even know what Dion's is?
No,
I said it was a pizza place.
Who is Leo? Oh wait, no, Leo Lionheart. Well, he's a coward. That's what.
And
I called that he was gonna end up getting. I knew he wasn't gonna turn good or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
there's no way.
I was like, yeah, Sam's gonna kill this dude with the evil Palantir at the end.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
tentacle Palantir.
I'm gonna say a little story that I was gonna say before. Well, I think almost everyone here, except for I think those two, know or met Michael Dees, and he used to work at.
They've not. I have. John has. Yeah.
And he used to work at the county line, which is a really horrible place to work, and it's a place uptown. But basically, for some apparent reason, he at like I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, he sent me a picture of just the weirdest thing. It was just like tomatoes, cucumber, pickles, stuff like that. Just all
Some
of stuff.
hodgepodge of vegetables.
And I'm like, why do you send me this? He's like, yeah, guess what happened? Some dude ordered a salad with no lettuce and pickles. No lettuce and pickles.
I've heard that story, yeah.
And I'm like, you're messing with me. I was like, no.
Okay, I'm not kidding you. I've made this salad before.
And the funny thing is,
Yep.
he tells me, he's like, yeah, I literally had to ask the person that gave me the order. It's like, you're messing with me, right? This is a joke. He's like, no, it's not a joke. It's legitly ordered.
No, yeah, people they'll order like mix only, which mixes like pickles and onions and
it's just like
Gross.
Like-
Why?
No, it's not pickles. It's cucumbers, onions,
Oh, it's not
and bell
cucumbers.
pepper.
and it's like
Yeah.
that with
Well,
like
I would eat
carrot.
that.
It's
It's really
everything
good.
that's on a salad without the salad.
What?
It's just like, can I just get some like,
I'll totally eat that.
can I get some sliced eggs, croutons, tomatoes, and cheese and ham with no lettuce? Like,
Basically-
I've made a non-salad salad before. Where
And
they
like,
just,
Here's the grossest thing I ever made when I was working at the pizza place. So, this person said, I want a salad, but on a pizza.
oh, I would eat that.
And we're like, what?
I would.
So, they had
Oh,
us...
okay.
then you
Pizza.
toast it.
Pizza.
Oh, gross. Okay. I was gonna say that's not
Okay,
bad.
So here's what it was. So,
Look what you've
it
done.
was, instead of pizza sauce...
Yes.
Your thing, it's all started with her like power down talking about food. Can I just point that out?
I've
Every
already
time
made
you're
the
hungry,
joke,
you
Max.
food appears in front of
You
you,
didn't even realize
but it's not the food you
Well,
want.
Okay, so they did. So we made a
Okay.
pizza. It was a small pizza, and they wanted ranch instead of marinara sauce. That in and of itself, not the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Right? I've had plenty of that.
Yeah.
But then they wanted the mix on top of it. Right? Like, yeah, like the vegetable mix, then lettuce, and then the cheese, and then we threw it in an oven. I'm like, you don't throw lettuce in an oven. That's gross, and the mix is gross when it's hot too. Like I mean, I don't remember why we did this, but we were just like, me and a coworker were like, what does the mix taste like hot? So we just stuck it on a plate and threw it in one of the slice ovens a couple times. We ate it. It was disgusting.
Wait,
Yeah.
so what goes
It's
into the mix
fresh
again?
vegetables. Cooked
Cucumbers,
vegetables are
bell
gross.
peppers, and onions.
Cooked
Okay,
vegetables
so
are gross.
bell peppers,
Okay.
mixed bell peppers, sautéed, are pretty good. I throw them into my
But like,
Alfredo
we just
all the
we
time.
like. I remember handing it to this
Tomatoes?
person. I'm just like, you're sure you want this?
Hey John,
Oh,
have you used your camera at all?
Anyway, I'm
Are
just
you going to?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to the power up done. No, I would not take that. By the way,
I would.
I would.
Because because if your superpower is to summon food when you're hungry, but it's not food you want, I just give it to somebody else.
Yeah, no, he's
Or
human
eat it
garbage
anyway
disposal,
because it's free.
basically.
Oh no, but I like pretty much everything except for really gross stuff.
Yeah.
No, but
no,
but
you
it's not
quote-unquote
necessarily
don't
food
like
that you
Thai
don't
food.
like. It's food that you don't want. Like,
Yeah,
if you're like, oh
you
man,
just don't want
I
it
could
at the
really
time.
go for like a Wendy's Baconator right
yeah,
now.
I would be screwed.
Then like freaking salad shows up.
No one it's like what you don't want. I don't want anything that has wheat in it. I would die if I ate.
I know this.
Yeah, well, yeah. I would take the power, but well said he would take the power.
I'd take
Anybody
it.
else got something?
If it was to say like
Jonathan, say hi.
under, then yes.
Say hi, John. John, no, but do the thing. Julie.
Anyway, now I had one. I totally forgot it was.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We did one and we got quite a bit of conversation out of it. So
We shouldn't have gotten that much conversation out of that.
maybe we only need one, to be perfectly honest. It's
Like,
John, are you not doing it? Why not? Do it. Show them. Show
I'm trying to
them
think of a
your
Ruby
true
based
self.
one.
A Ruby-based one. Let's see.
You have a semblance that makes everyone around you have bad luck, but it also makes the people that you love have bad luck.
I wouldn't take it.
So Crow, basically.
Yeah, that's I'm making a joke. Crow.
I wouldn't
Crow
take
is a
it.
power up, power down.
Hey, if I was to be Vic Mignogna, then yes.
Then yes.
But if I'm not, then
Dude,
no.
if you had that voice, I was defeated by the side of that waiter in a miniskirt. It's like the best line.
You know what of his starting roles was?
What?
Dragon Ball.
Yep.
What did he do?
A
in
lot
Dragon
of-
Ball?
Broly.
He's the OG Broly.
Yep.
Kakarot!
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's him.
Broly is the dumbest bad guy.
Yeah, it's just.
But he's so cool. But that's so dumb! I don't know what's going on anymore. He's so cool, but he's so god dang dumb.
Jonathan.
Josh, I found something great.
But you shouldn't put my meme up.
Josh,
If they'd even get that meme,
I'm
but
gonna
it's so
challenge you
messed
something.
up and I love it.
tell me when it comes up.
On fire lit.
Yeah, you're a resident satire expert, so.
It's so messed up.
I think there's like a 30-second delay, actually.
It's long enough.
Is it?
Unfortunately. Josh, I challenge you to an Agni Kai.
Okay, nope, you didn't time it right.
right.
Do it again, do it one more time.
Okay, I challenge you to an Agni Kai.
That was better.
Just
I challenge you to an Agni Kai. Yang, this isn't Avatar. Agni Kai!
guys, just so bad.
Bonfire lit. Oh, Dark Side.
Yeah, but the thing is, not enough people would get that joke, man. So that's why I didn't put it on.
Oh my goodness.
So bad. Okay.
Bonfire lit shot.
1 second. I have a bunch of Ruby memes on here. Give me a minute.
Oh my goodness.
This is an Avatar. Yes, it is!
I have a bunch of Ruby wallpapers on
Challenge
here.
you
too.
to
You like Ruby just a
Agni
little
Kai.
too much, don't you think?
A what? You mean a duel?
No, I just get
Agni
bored.
Kai.
No, Agni Kai, because it sounds very Asian-ish.
It says we're Asian-ish. If you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Under Abridged.
Avatar:
Avatar the Abridged series is what's
I will
called.
steal your
By,
shit.
Avatar: The Abridged series, yeah,
By
HAS.
Ganjingba, right?
Yeah, Ganshingba.
Who went on to join Team 4-Star as Android 17.
I went to steal your shoes.
No, he Oh wait, yeah, he did join. Yeah, he joined it. That's how he joined Team 4-Star.
Yep.
Which
They saw his work.
yeah, he does the lip flap editing. Actually, I think he works for a video game.
He has like a
developing
real job now.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he does.
I think he works for Bondi Namco now.
Yeah, he works. Yeah,
Nice.
Bandai Namco.
All right.
And does the,
what else do
dubbing.
we have? What else do we have from Ruby that we wanted to discuss?
Ruby, Wait, why isn't there a Y at the end?
I don't know. I didn't make the title joke.
I forgot.
Ruby Weiss Blake. Wait.
Blake.
Yang, I need a hand. Damn it, Yang.
I found some of them.
Will says he's had a lack of words for this stream. That's a pretty big compliment. Thanks. But I'm not okay.
Me either.
Show that to Jonathan. Get him to throw it on the screen.
Oh my gosh.
I have.
Okay, so what are we hoping to see from season 6?
What just popped into your head?
What are we
No.
looking? I think Volume 6 is hopefully going to be another Volume 3, but I feel like that might be Volume 7.
How many have they said? How many volumes they plan to do?
I mean, have you seen how many they've done of Red vs. Blue?
Well, that's Red versus Blue.
Yeah.
even if they ever get to the end of.
I do want them to end RWBY just because I like shows that actually have endings.
Like-
to be honest. That's why I can't watch Dragon Ball. Why I can't watch like.
Dragon Ball's ending in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
So to answer your question, Joseph,
But this doesn't make another show for it. They're like supposedly Super's gonna have like 2 seasons, something like that.
No,
Super. They're saying we're gonna make
Super at 131.
We're gonna make a few more episodes.
2 more.
Yeah, 2 more episodes. Then we're gonna make a movie.
Yeah.
If enough people go see this movie, we'll keep making Super. They're doing like a Battle of the Gods, where they made that movie and they're like, if enough people go see this, we'll make a show.
No,
So
Battle
they're
of the
doing
Gods was just supposed to be one off. Then people liked it, so then they made Resurrection after.
No,
then they made a show.
they did it. They did it to test the waters.
Some memes.
Okay. I'm not gonna even check. That's not gonna do.
Yang
What do you-
just lost her right to
To bear-
bear arms.
Jesus.
Yang just lost her right to bear. Just okay. Okay, shut up.
Nails.
Boy, where was Tyrion
To
this
answer
season?
your,
He's also my favorite voice actor. That's
about
Josh
RWBY,
Grelle.
how long is RWBY? They're not even halfway through the material that they've already written. Even if they do get to the end of it,
Because they have an end game in
so
mind.
Miles and
confused.
Carrie did an interview where they talked about this. They said even if we get to the end of what we've written, we will just write more stuff within this world.
See, to me, that's one of the biggest differences between Red vs. Blue and RWBY in terms of their origins. RWBY had an end game in mind from the beginning. Red vs. Blue, when it started out, they were just messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't ever have to end because it's just based on comedy and action.
And
scenes.
that's why I want RWBY to
Which,
end.
they're
That's
going
the
back
thing.
to comedy, and I think that's really good. Like this last season was definitely a silly plot. Like it was not like they were gonna destroy the Earth, but like it was actually because they were trying to destroy the Earth. They were trying to get to the space from underneath. So they were gonna drill straight through the Earth to get to it. And so it was like they were called the Reds and Blues. So they were like so there's the Reds and Blues, and the bad guys were the Blues and the Reds, because they were like them, but like kind of sillier. And
I've seen that one.
yeah, so it wasn't really
I
a
love
serious,
this
and
one.
I
You've
like
seen
that.
this
They
one.
went
I
back
still
to
love
kind of
this
how
one.
things were at the beginning. I used to be a hunter like you. Then I took a
Wow!
shot
That's
gauntlet
horrible.
to the knee. Yeah, no, man, that joke's not funny anymore. Sorry.
This is so bad.
The to the knee joke, it's not funny
But I
anymore.
love this so much. This is one of my favorite like.
Oh,
memes.
it's a little
comic strip. But
Comic
Jonathan,
strip.
don't put any memes
What?
up.
okay. He said, "I miss Pyrrha," and then Jean says, "I miss Pyrrha,"
Well,
Pyrrha, and then
yes.
RWBY says, "Don't worry, Jean. Pyrrha is still with us, in our
I know
hearts,
exactly which one that
in my lungs. I might have inhaled some of her dust back at Beacon."
It's so bad. I love
In
it.
my lungs.
This is Mistral.
This is Mistral.
Instead of
Instead of this is Sparta.
Sparta.
Jonathan, you gotta be more selective, man. I'm sorry.
he doesn't.
Weak meme games, boy. Normie memes.
Exactly.
Josh, look at the next one.
Boy, his
Did you know?
This is
his
Mistral?
meme game.
Yeah, I already saw it. I just said you gotta step up your game, man.
John, now this fits with what you just said.
Boy. Yeah, sorry, man.
Boy.
That was a meme when
Where was Tyrion this season?
he was there.
He was there
When?
in the very beginning.
He was there at the very beginning. He reports back and he's like all scared that Cinder's not gonna love him anymore.
That was at the end of
I mean,
last
sorry, not
season.
Cinder, Salem.
No, that was at the end of the last season.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was this season.
Came
And
up
and
cheating.
his
No, because Crow got poisoned last season, and the episode after that, he returns to her.
it was not last season.
Yes,
That
it
scene-
was.
The scene where he like punches the thing. That was this season.
Nope, that was in the fourth season.
Okay, audience, please answer our question.
Wait, what's up?
When did Tyrion lose his crap about Salem not forgiving him? Was it season 4 or 5?
That was season 4.
Thank you.
It was last season?
Yes.
He was in like one.
By the way,
scene,
the
and that was, like, at the big table.
the
That's
mocap animation for that was so cringy. It was hurtful. Like,
it. That scene.
yeah, like he was like slow motion punch. He was like, yeah.
Becca was noticing that Becca was since we've been reading the Harry Potter series and watching the movies, she was noticing there's a lot of similarities between that and RWBY, and one of them being that Tyrion is basically the Bellatrix of the series.
Oh, so he's in the
Tyrion
film
is
by
way
her
more
mother.
likable than Bellatrix.
I agree with you, but like the purpose of their character is
It's
the
also
same.
voice acted by Issei Hyodo.
Who's that?
I don't feel like Bellatrix and Tyrion are the same at all.
They're the
Love it.
they're the fanatics that will absolutely do anything that their master commands them to, and God forbid that they be disappointed in their work whatsoever, or else they lose their craft.
For very different reasons,
That's
though.
true.
I saw this picture. It's not a RWBY meme. It's just funny. I need you like that because of my phone.
I don't even get it.
It was inappropriate. No, we're not showing it.
Yeah, no, it's just funny.
The majority of these memes are pretty inappropriate.
The ones I sent you were fine.
Yeah, but I can't grab them.
We're at a lack of memes
Email
because our
them to
meme master's
yourself.
not here.
Yeah.
He actually made a pretty funny one during my gameplay yesterday.
Was the camera working then?
No, I didn't try the camera at that point, but I will this time.
Oh, I can't wait till we can put out the Couture video, the Knights of the Old Republic. That was great.
Let's see. Hang on.
How do you guys feel about pants?
I still have this picture.
It'll
What?
make sense. Well, let me see.
Don't say that out loud. Do not say that out loud. Whatever you do. I call it the Shining Dragon.
Literally, I every single meme. On
Hey, hey.
Well, that's a
hey,
load of crap.
Hey, I'm dyslexic. It takes me longer to
Katara's
read
the
things
prettiest
than most
princess.
people.
I actually found that manga. That took me so long.
Well, guys, it's 8 o'clock.
Oh, it is.
It is at o'clock.
Wow, 8 o'clock already?
8 o'clock.
That actually went by
I
pretty
call it
quickly.
the Shining Dragon.
That's a load of crap, is what it is.
If you
Yes,
want to
it
know,
is.
if you want to know what meme he just showed us,
That
just,
entire manga is the weirdest thing
just
I've ever read
Google.
in my
I call it
entire
the
life.
Shining Dragon.
Don't do that.
Don't do that to our audience.
yourself. Don't
Don't do
not. No.
Trust me. Don't do
How
it.
can you be a hero if you aren't wearing any pants? Just ask Shia.
Shia
LaFerret. Oh, okay, so there's one thing I want to do before
Can we
cut out.
film more of that, please, after this?
Sure.
I need to edit it first.
No, we're gonna film more though.
Okay, so there's something I wanted to show. So
But we're also we'll send you home with whatever we record tonight, and with that.
So,
Basically, John.
one of the reasons I've been a little slow on some of my other writing projects is because I'm feeling a little burned out on some of them, and but I still want to write. So I've been working on another project that I have yet to release, but will be soon. And because like, for me, the way it works is like if I'm burned out of some of my other stories, I need something else to vent into. I still need a creative output, but I need to give all these other characters a break. So to that end, for the first time since Light Rush, I will be introducing an original character to a fan story. I won't say what it is yet, but I do have a concept image for him in here.
You won't say what it is yet shows
They
it
can
is
get-
super duper obvious.
Let's see, John, how close to the camera should I get?
Closer.
All right, here.
let John,
Here, Max. Or Jonathan can do it.
our lovely assistant.
Let's see. Hang on.
Oh,
Look at the boy.
He's the sidekick.
Look at the lad. Look at the lad and the exposure changes. Look at it.
Uh-oh. Live stream offline.
When did it... It's
Oh, there it is.
It's fine.
It is fine. I'm looking at the thing in the corner.
Yeah, John, we've been watching it over here.
Oh. But what the heck is with mine?
Dude, you're just stupid.
Hey.
Yeah, Joe, stop looking.
Otherwise, like, I won't say what it is, but
I
it's
won't
very
say what it is.
obviously a Saiyan. Look at its monkey tail.
Okay, yeah, he can see that clearly enough. Okay, so yeah. So he is a Saiyan. It is going to be a crossover story with what? I don't know how clearly you can see that picture, but there's a symbol on the left side of his chest. If you saw that clearly enough, it should be a good enough indication. If not, you just have to wait and see. I'll be starting to release it beginning of April.
It's not close enough. You can't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then they'll just have to wait and see. So, I'm going to start releasing it towards the beginning of April. I'm trying to get a bunch of chapters done so that way, while I'm continuing to write, if I start losing motivation,
Will. Come on, man.
if I start losing motivation or whatever, or I get sick, or I'm going to be having a kid sometime in May. So that's probably going to cause delays.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
you're going to be an uncle in May.
Yep.
I stop with that.
Other things.
It's been that long.
Other things by then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm trying to get
98?
chapters done so that way I don't leave you guys hanging out.
98
with some of my
days.
others.
98 days.
I'm in the middle of something else right now.
We're just gonna be cryptic and not say what it is, but in 98 days.
But Nick, we'll do a vlog for like the setting and the whatnot.
Yeah, we can do a vlog for that.
Especially with the scaffolding, you know.
Oh yeah.
You don't remember?
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness! So that's
for the party.
that's news from me for in terms of writing and stuff. I have not been idle. I have been working on other projects as well.
He's also been working, you know, like at a job that pays him money. So
yeah, there's that too.
That's like way more important than this.
Yeah. Not as fun, but yeah, it pays the bills. So that's it from me. Does anybody else have anything that they need to add before we cut out for the night?
Will says he probably will never watch Dragon Ball, and I think that's probably a good decision.
Okay.
It's super.
Wait, yeah, like Dragon, specifically Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's not worth watching.
Dragon Ball Z abridged on the other
Dragon Ball. It's super long. Anyway, sorry, I just made a horrible pun on accident. Anyway, but
I got it.
We're gonna film more Knights of the Old Republic as soon as we say goodbye.
And once I finish editing that, but actually once I get the footage,
we'll send you home with all the footage today
if I have enough space on here.
Oh, that's true.
I still need to.
We'll look at the file size and we'll see if we can send you
Yeah.
home with more today.
That's why I'm gonna see if I can edit some chunks out while I'm here.
Relatively
Okay,
large.
we talk about
Anyway,
Oh, because if you cut down on size, yeah.
what I was gonna say before.
Are we saying?
Wait,
are-
John.
Bye.
Wait.
I was already sliding down the volume.
Okay.
Fine, go.
But
Say what you have
what I was
to
gonna
say.
say was
Oh, bye, Will.
I was gonna release the
Bye, Will.
first chapter of a book that I've been rewriting recently.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm gonna release on yet, but I'll release it on something.
Awesome. I'll put up a notice on the.
I've been rewriting it just because I'm like, I need to add more depth on the characters, and I also kind of wanted to down the language in it. Because there's a lot of language in that, and I didn't like it that I had that much language, so I'm down that a lot.
Put it on fanfic.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
so
no,
once I
endorse
finish
it.
that first
I'll
chapter.
definitely endorse it. So thanks for joining us again, guys. Have a good night.
All right,
Bye.
something someday. Bye.
You did start writing something.